Ladies and gentlemen, please throw your hands in the air for the greatest podcast on earth when it comes to music, sports, and culture. Disabled is Abled with your host, Eli and Fredy. So put your hands together if you are ready to get the show started. Let's go.
Peace. Welcome to another episode of Disabled is Able, where we the disabled close out the year.
Yes,
Clap
sir.
that up.
Hey.
We've had a great season. What's the season 4?
I think so.
Season 6. We've been going a long time.
Yeah.
And we always like to close out after the NBA Finals. Congratulations to the Golden State Warriors.
Facts.
Yeah. You know, I got to give it up where credit is due. You knocked us out.
Facts.
And so we always like to do an end of the year NBA review, all the things that took place.
Yes, sir.
And then we come back at football season and get this thing popping.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, I'm with Fredy and Eli. I'm your dad and
Father's
co-host.
Day weekend?
Father's Day weekend was great.
Yes.
I appreciate the gifts
Yes,
I
I got
received
Dad a gift.
from
I got him a
everybody. I
nice
really
watch.
appreciate it. Nice and quiet. I got to hang out with my best friends who I grew up with on Saturday. We went out and had a little brunch.
Nice.
And then
Nice.
Sunday, you know, my family came through. And then Monday, Freddie came to top that off.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so it's been really great.
My gift to him was not to give him a Father's Day game.
Isn't that something?
And
That was the ultimate gift.
I delivered.
That I did not get a Father's Day
delivered.
game, and he delivered.
But I did have to pay my debt
Yeah,
for my bet because I lost.
He
Remember,
did lose the bet, but we squared
I
away.
said we're always in 5, and I said we won't lose the home games. Neither of those things happened. So
that is true.
Yeah.
it was
that
a
is
win-win
true.
for both of us.
It was a win-win. It was a
Yep.
win-win. Everybody had a good time. How was your Father's Day with
It
your
was
dad?
good, you know. I got him some pair of shoes that he wanted.
Nice.
And then we just kind of spent the day together, watch movies.
Nice
Do
and
much.
relaxed.
Didn't go nowhere. My
Well,
mom cooked.
that's what it's about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
that
what
was
it's
what it
about.
was.
Yep. So with that being said, let's get this thing started.
Yes.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled podcast.
As we mentioned, the Warriors win the finals.
Yes.
Is everything good?
Yes, I'm just excited.
Oh, you're just excited.
I'm just
Okay,
excited.
yeah.
I'm
The
just
Warriors
excited.
win in 6 games, and what it really boiled down to me, it came down to experience.
Yeah.
I think 24-year-old Tatum and 25-year-old Brown were mentally drained and overwhelmed
From the 2
after
previous
2
series.
7-game series. And the Warriors, who have been here before, many times before,
Right.
they stayed the course. They found the weaknesses that they could exploit over a 7-game or 6-game series. And it's like a fight. The longer the fight went, you could tell that the shift
Right.
was in
happening.
Golden State's
Your favor, yeah.
favor. I was very proud of
Curry?
Stephen Curry
Yeah.
for finally getting his well-deserved
Finals MVP.
Finals MVP. He deserved
40
it.
piece.
I thought his co-MVP, or right behind him, was Andrew Wiggins.
Yes.
Which was great because Wiggins has been receiving a lot of flack over the years.
Over
for
the
being
number
an
one
underachiever.
number 1 pick.
And I think everybody else did just enough. Draymond Green.
He had 2
started
great
slow,
had
and then
2
he
great games.
emerged at the end, and
Yeah.
to become the Draymond Green that we're accustomed to seeing.
And
Clay
He
hit
almost
just
had a
enough shots
triple-double
in the
the
final
last
game. Clay hit
Yeah.
just enough shots.
just enough shots, like he always does.
Clay was a decoy. Like, he was pretty much a decoy.
yeah,
because
but he hit
Yeah.
just enough shots.
And Draymond, what was I gonna say about Draymond? He showed up, triple-double. It'll come back to me, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So tell me about this experience. What you saw over 7 games from Boston, and when you kind of just knew
It was
we had a chance.
Okay. I thought through the first 3 games, Boston was playing like the better team. Cause you like to say through 4 and the best out of 7. I don't care who's on the team. If that team beats them, they were the better team.
Right after 4. Yeah. If I beat you 4
Because I
times.
used to back in the day, I used to always say like, "Yo, Miami was the better team."
Yeah.
But
yeah.
you was like, no, Dallas, if they beat them 4 times, they were the better team.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
which
It's
is
not
true.
like football where I
Yeah.
just have to be better than you one
One
day.
day, right.
I got to beat you 4 times to solidify.
Right, because if that was the case, Bill Belichick and Tom would have 10 Super Bowls.
Absolutely.
And Payne would have probably 6.
Absolutely.
If that was the case. But I thought through 1 through 3, Boston was playing like the better team. Golden State had collapsed in the fourth quarter in the game 1. Tatum had 13 assists, along with 12 points, but it was a double-double.
Yes.
So pissed
Yes.
about that.
And you had 20 points from Brown throughout the whole entire series. Game 2, Golden State responded like how they needed to. Game 3, Curry to me had 3 critical turnovers in the fourth.
Yes, they was back to back to back.
They were back to back to back because I remember Clay hit a 3 to cut it down to 4 going into the fourth, and we were getting the ball starting in the fourth.
Right.
And those turnovers pretty much put them up 15. And Al Horford played his behind off.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
passing the rock,
Yes.
making sure
And
everything.
shooting threes.
And shooting threes. Because you could tell Smart was tired from the 2 previous series, which is why he couldn't be as aggressive as he normally is.
Yeah.
Like when we played them in the Golden State game in the regular season.
Right.
So Al Horford and White showed up. Derek White showed up for the third game as well. That was a good collective win. I think game 4, Steph was like, okay. Steph and Draymond in particular were like, yo, we cannot go down 3-1.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're not
That
the
was
team.
the biggest game of the series right there.
That was the biggest game of the series right there.
Wasn't that when he dropped 40?
Yeah.
Yes, he dropped 43 and 10,
Which was amazing.
which was
That
amazing.
to see.
He was hitting a lot of crazy shots.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they needed it because you can't go down 3-1.
And I was gonna say, Golden State's not built like the 2016 team where they can come back from a 3-1 deficit.
Right.
Because you had Clay for part of that run,
Yes.
who is not this version of Clay yet.
He will be probably
He will
next
be
year.
next year, but it's not this version. He had his LeBron performance. They tied it 2-2. I was worried about Game 5 because, granted, I'm thinking, okay, Golden State can't lose another home game.
Right.
But the whole road record for both teams coming off of a loss benefited both teams. So
Right, because neither team had lost 2 in a row.
2 in a row.
Right.
So I was like, okay, if Boston does win Game 5 now, we can go into Game 6 and deliver because
Right.
it's the same. It's going to be the same thing.
Right.
You did tell me Steph was going to be gassed for Game 5, which he was.
Yes.
Or coming off of that performance. And
And the defense was different on Steph game 5.
in Game 5, yeah, they wasn't playing
they
drop
forced
coverage.
Yeah, they forced Wiggins and everybody, else
to show up.
Right.
And they did.
And they did.
Because he didn't Steph, he didn't hit 1 3.
Right. He
Yeah,
went
in that
0 for
game.
0 for 9 or something.
Yeah.
Right. But they overall played like a great team. That was a great
Yes.
team win because Draymond showed up aggressive.
Yes.
He started attacking the basket more. You got 15 points from Gary Payne in the second, which normally doesn't happen, but that was an anomaly. You got your normal 15 from Poole, and then you had 21 points from Clay, which was huge. They felt like a big, impactful points.
But you had 16 rebounds.
Oh, yeah, from Wiggins.
Yeah,
From
18,
Wiggins.
16, yeah.
That
And
was huge.
side note, there were 2 games where this was the second game where Boston had 10 or more turnovers,
Yes.
and that's the bread and butter. If
Well,
you're-
15 turnovers. Because they had 16 and then 18.
right, 16,
and
18.
15. They had 102 turnovers
in the 3 games.
in the whole 6 games.
Oh, in the whole 6 games.
The whole
That's
6
crazy.
games. And you can't win a series. Freddie, let me ask you, because we'll get
Yeah.
back to that. What did you see after 3 or 4 games?
I saw Tatum that didn't show up. Like, okay, the Boston did a good job of maintaining the games close enough so that they could do a comeback, and they're not foreign to like making comebacks and winning, because that's what they did game 1.
Right.
So I'm thinking the whole time, okay, Tatum is gonna catch a rhythm. He's gonna figure it out.
Right,
Like, in the moments
right.
of the game, he's gonna figure it out. Brown played insanely good,
Yeah.
which is not rare, but like after the series he had with the Heat, you didn't expect him to show up in the finals. So knowing that going in, and knowing that Tatum has a size advantage,
Right.
probably has the strength advantage when it comes to the majority of wings that are guarding him. And he just didn't show up. He didn't play to his strengths. He didn't post no one once.
Yeah.
All of his shots were like
fall away threes.
Yeah.
fall away threes.
Some of that is credit to Wiggins' defense.
you gotta
but-
give Wiggins.
I'm giving Wiggins did his job, yes, and it made it uncomfortable. But like
he's
even
still-
with Curry,
yeah, but
like Curry's defense has improved, yes,
But
but
you're
you're
6'9".
still you're 6'9",
Right.
6'10", with a wingspan. Just shoot over the man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, you know what I mean? So, and then the fact that as the series was going on, and then they exposed that both Brown and Tatum, as a collective, they can't go left.
Right.
And I was shocked when this was happening because throughout the entire playoffs, nobody exposed this.
But I think Miami tried to.
Yeah.
Because they had a lot of turnovers in that Miami series.
Yes.
I just think Miami was one player short
Yeah.
to put the dagger in
Right,
them.
like a
Yeah.
DeRozan or a Bradley Beal.
Right.
Yeah.
So they were able to overcome that.
Yeah.
Right.
But
And I think also, too, like when it came to the bench play of Boston did not show up as often as the one for the
Yeah.
Warriors.
Yes.
Like specifically, like after game one or three, when White showed up and scored over 20, and was a facilitator and actually
That
played
was
defense.
it.
That was kind of it.
Yeah.
I didn't have no one else. Horford didn't show up like as much. Like the pieces that showed up in game one kind of disappeared.
But for Harford, to Harford's credit, he's older.
Yeah,
He
I
also-
36.
expect him to. He played good game
He
one.
played a good game
And
six.
game six.
He
And
showed
game
up
six.
game six, you know.
He showed up game six, 19 points, 14 rebounds,
Yeah,
couple
right.
steals.
Yeah.
But only him and Brown showed up.
So
in that game.
it's those anomalies of like
And-
performances that you get from people you don't expect to get. You have to capitalize on those games.
And I don't necessarily know what Steve Kerr did. You still felt Robert Williams' presence, but it wasn't like game
He
three.
didn't get into foul trouble while we're winning because that's typically what he does. He gets into foul trouble.
But they kept putting him in these pick and rolls.
Pick and rolls, and-
high pick and rolls. See,
Yeah,
it's different when you play the pick and roll at the foul line.
Right.
And then you gotta extend yourself to the 3-point line.
Right.
Now I just rendered you useless from grabbing rebounds.
Absolutely.
Under the basket. And you gotta recover on one leg if
Yeah.
he did a phenomenal job to
Right.
have one leg.
Yeah.
To be playing injured, but that's how you neutralize a big man like that.
And-
you bring him so far. They do that to Rudy Gobert.
Rudy,
they
yeah,
send a
yeah.
3-point shooter out here, and he's got to go way out into the ocean
Right.
when he's uncomfortable.
Yeah, and then even too, like with rebounds, like to me, what like the difference between Boston and Golden State was rebounding, shockingly, because having the bigs, having Horford, Williams, I thought they were gonna get out rebound every single game.
But remember, back to the pick and roll.
It took them out of the
Yeah.
paint.
Now it's a free for all for whoever can get the ball.
Because there was one game, Kirby had like
10
10 rebounds.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
what is this?
Yeah.
Like I was shocked that Curry grabbed that many rebounds, but again, it was more of like back to what you said, experience comes a long
Absolutely,
way.
yeah.
I expected just one game where Tatum at least gave me like 35 to 40 points, and like
I
it
did
was
too. I said he's gonna have that
just
one
one.
game.
Like
Yeah.
remember
He go for
how
40.
how Butler had in the bubble? He had that one game in the Heat. He
Right.
had like
Even in-
35, 40
even-
points, and he won.
Even in
I
game
thought
6.
that was gonna happen.
Even in game 6 of the Eastern
Against
Conference.
Milwaukee,
Oh, yeah, that too.
he dropped 46.
He dropped 46, yeah.
And they
Tatum.
won.
Yeah,
Like,
so
and
you.
they won. So
I
like
kept
I was
saying the
expecting
same
like
thing.
Yeah.
He gonna give me one breakout game,
and then
and
even
it's
if
gonna
they
change the
lose,
series.
yeah, but
I thought
even
it
if
would change. I thought it was gonna be in game 6,
right.
And I said this series now it's a free for all.
So
Yeah.
how game 6 started, I did think when it first started, the first 3 minutes, when they went on that 14-2 run,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought, okay, Golden is probably gonna get blown out.
Right.
and even late when they cut it down to 10, I was like, huh. You guys can come back, but it doesn't feel like you want to.
And then Brown
Like
hit a
it-
3 in the corner to cut it to 8.
8, yes.
But I looked in Tatum's face and I looked in Marcus Smart's face.
They were gassed.
They were gassed.
They
Yeah.
were gassed. They
They
didn't want to
have
do
that
it
extra
anymore.
push.
Yeah.
And like I get it, but like you gotta dig deep, And like yes, he is just 24. He is just 20. Like they're still young,
Yeah.
kind of core. But look at the young core with Kevin. The same thing we said with Kevin, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook. that core, they were like, yeah, they're gonna come back to the finals,
Right,
and
but they never did because
Right.
they
So-
broke the team up.
Right.
You can't like expect to come back because
Right.
you never know if you're gonna get.
But if they get back there, I think they'll know this time it's more of a mental grind.
Right, then-
staying in the moment for every play because it just was unacceptable. It's like they had grease on their hands.
Yeah, with some
It
of the
just
time.
was
Now,
so unacceptable.
disclaimer: there was a few calls
There was a lot of calls
that
that
went
went Golden
Golden
State's
State's
way,
way.
Yeah.
but
that were just
that's
blatant.
par for the
And to
course
another
sometimes.
too, I want to give it up to Boston's coach Udoka.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
He was actually creative enough to stick to his defensive plan, and it was different every single game. It's
Okay,
probably one of the first that I saw. Like he would switch his defensive schemes, but he would stick with it. Like even if he was losing,
because that
he would
drop
stick with it.
coverage, Curry was killing them.
I know.
But
Yes.
to your credit, that drop coverage prevented those cut lanes.
Right.
Yeah.
So you
Those-
can't have
You can't
you
both.
can't have everything.
You
You
can't
can't
have everything, yeah.
take away the drop coverage and take away the three.
Right.
And
You
from
had to-
game to game, you got to show them different looks.
Right.
So that they don't get into a rhythm.
Because even Game 5, when Curry didn't show up, and then they were playing,
They was facing him.
he switched the defensive scheme.
That was great.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
But his team
His team did everything
didn't
else.
provide enough points.
Right.
Because there was one play in Game 5 where Iggy's on the inbounds, and because they're not playing drop now Golden State can cut because Gary cut right past
Yes,
Smart,
yes.
and that was Smart's job.
Yes.
That was
yes.
Smart's man, and he just threw it right to Gary, and Gary
And-
got the easy layup.
I noticed Game 5 when they did play face to face with against 3-point shooting, they were so tired that like on the offensive end,
Yes.
it was
Yeah.
lackluster. Like they couldn't.
And that's what happens when you have to play both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
And over a course of a series, you get more and more mentally worn down. I think
and
what
then
Boston
the days in
needs,
between, like
Yes.
travel,
Yeah.
yes, media.
media.
I think Boston needs a true point guard who
yeah.
understands pace,
Right.
slows the team
They
down.
need to go after Mike Conley.
Yeah, somebody of that magnitude who doesn't need a lot of shots, who defends,
Who can hit the three still?
but can hit the three, and also can just pace the game to where it needs
Yeah,
to
like a
be.
Kyle Lowry type of player.
Kyle
Yeah,
Lowry,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah, Mike
Like,
Conley,
you know,
Chris
like
Paul.
for example, like a Chris Paul,
Malcolm
as-
Brogdon would be
Malcolm
great.
Yeah,
Brogdon,
and he's
you know?
tall. Like,
Yes,
he's,
he's a big guard.
he's a big guard.
like
So-
a Drew Holiday.
And I
type
think
of
they
like,
know
yeah.
it because they put Marcus Smart in positions to be the point guard, but he wasn't. He learned
And
that.
he's a defensive dog.
Right, he's a defensive dog.
He's 6 man off the bench.
He's the
to me.
odd man out. He's the odd man
Yeah.
out. He
Like,
has to go.
He either has to go or they gotta
Because you
make him a
have to
six-man.
give up something to get
To get
something.
something, yeah.
Yeah.
And you're not. To me, they're not gonna give up Robert Williams. He played his.
I
behind.
wouldn't give up
He's
Williams,
untouchable.
Tatum,
Williams,
or Brown.
Tatum,
Brown.
That's your core right there.
Right.
Al Horford's gonna be questionable because he'll be 37. Or,
He might want to come back and off the bench and,
Right.
and play a role.
Yeah.
and
I
White
think-
played great defense.
I think White
For the
with a
first
full
three
training
things,
camp
yeah.
with Boston.
Yeah, because
remember
he got traded 2
halfway.
months.
Yeah.
I think they neutralized Brian Grant. He was useless.
Oh yeah, Grant Williams.
Grant Williams. He was useless.
Yeah, I
in
was
the
surprised
series.
he didn't was more of an impact.
He was supposed to be.
He was supposed to be
The
like
Draymond Green.
yeah.
Draymond Green, yeah.
And he
And
couldn't get-
Draymond Green him.
Yeah, he Draymond Green.
yeah,
them.
yeah.
And
Because
as a
even
result-
Draymond was wilding
Yes.
against Tatum. You know that
Yes.
that moment
Yeah.
where Tatum grabbed the ball, didn't want to give
Yeah,
him.
well, he was psychologically in his
And
head.
He was in
he was in
there.
their head by game 2 when
Yes.
when he immediately started jumping
The
for the
tactics.
yeah
And I thought it was interesting too when Kerr took out Draymond
for the 7
Yes.
minutes
for
yeah
the 7 minutes.
Yes.
the offense
span.
for defense
But
yeah.
but guess
That
what?
just
that was
means-
That's
adjustments.
water under the bridge now because we won.
Yeah,
Right.
nobody cares.
You know, you
Right.
just got to
And
deal
nobody
with
cares about all the fouls that Draymond had
Yeah.
and the fact that he scored like 2 points.
So real quick,
No one cares.
Before we move on, what does this mean for, I guess, Golden State and Steph Curry?
Listen,
Well,
Legacy.
the legacy, I think, this one was needed for Steph Curry.
Right.
4 titles in
8 years.
8 years.
I look
6
at it
trips
as-
to the finals.
Yeah.
That's
yeah, no,
solidifies
he's top 10 player all time. Period. Probably top 5 if you
Say it
want to
again?
argue. He's top 10 player all time.
Yeah, he's not going to make the top 5.
No, I don't.
And it's even hard to do
It's
top
even
10
it's even hard to put him in the top 10
because there's so many great players and so
that
many
you got to
different
move
eras.
out.
Yeah. Like who
But
do you
let's
take
just
out?
say
Let's just
he's
say
up
for
there. He's
argument's
up there
sake,
very
yeah.
high.
I would say he's in an honorable mention, not
Yes.
11,
In
not
terms
10.
of just
but-
point guards, he's probably top 5.
In terms of point
In
guard,
terms
Oh,
of just
yeah,
point guards.
okay.
Like if you want to
absolutely, you got to go Magic.
Yeah,
You got to go Isaiah. And he may have surpassed Isaiah
with this one, right?
with this
Yeah.
one.
Right.
And, in terms of point guards.
Right, yeah. Okay.
I've always been a believer in Curry. The only questionable to me has always been his defense, but he has improved. He looks a lot bulkier.
Yeah.
Yes, he did because he used to be skinny.
Yeah, he used to be skinny.
Oscar Robertson.
Oscar Robinson, you got to put in there.
Yeah.
Chris Paul is probably in there.
Yeah,
Like,
but Chris Paul had no jewelry.
Yeah, and at some point you're gonna.
That's gonna happen.
That was the.
And he has no jewelry. He ain't got no MVPs.
Right.
Yeah.
He ain't got no defensive players.
And that was the one thing we said, because I asked you off camera when they made that list years ago. I said, why don't we ever? I said, is it wrong to put Tim Duncan over Karl Malone? You said, not necessarily. Even though Karl Malone is probably the best power forward ever.
Tim got that jewelry.
But Tim got the jewelry.
Yeah.
Even though Karl Malone had some points.
Yeah, same thing with Charles
I
Barkley,
think Curry.
who was a 6'6" power forward, one of the best at his position.
Right.
Ain't got no jewelry.
I think Curry he's solidified his legacy before the Finals MVP. But this was like icing on the cake.
Yes.
You know what I mean? This was like it.
But it was needed.
Especially the way like it happened. He won a chip without KD.
Yes.
He won 2 with KD.
Yes.
And he
And
won
one
one
with-
after
yeah.
KD. And I think, a hot take, I think he's going to win it. He's going to surpass LeBron.
I don't think so.
I think
In
he's
rings?
going to get, in rings. I think because of the system and
the team that they have.
And the team that they have.
Well, if they don't, I tell you what. If LeBron get back with Kyrie, all bets is off.
Yeah. It depends on what happens in the league, but
Because the way they're talking, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
we'll get to that.
The way
But
they're talking about what the Lakers have on the table.
I do believe he has a chance to surpass LeBron.
I don't
in
think
rings.
they would have beat Memphis this year. That's just me, and I'm not hating. I think I helped.
But you
Memphis
picked
team.
Golden State in 6.
I did because of the experience.
Right.
But when I watched the look in Memphis's eyes,
Yeah, they're not afraid to Golden State. Yeah.
They-
Because it's
wasn't
not the first time they like beat Golden State because they beat them in the play-in.
Yeah. So
Right.
so what I saw from them was they looked like Golden State did 7 years
You
ago
go
Yeah.
against San Antonio. Yeah.
against San Antonio. Like,
Yeah.
let's bring it.
Yeah.
And then when I looked at their team with Jared Jackson
Right.
and Baines and Brooks,
Yeah.
Brooks,
and Ja Morant
And Ty Jones who coming up the bench.
and the
yeah.
big dude that who we picked.
Clarkson.
Yeah, so they
Clarkson,
had Adams. Isn't Adams?
Oh
on the
yeah,
team?
Adams. Yeah.
Valanciunas,
Yeah.
don't they have Valanciunas?
No.
No, they had
he's
Adams.
Gone.
Oh, Adams, right, because they traded. Okay.
So those components
Yeah.
say that if they get up in a run and gun game, they're young.
I mean, I'm still picking Golden State, but yeah,
more
I agree.
shooting like Memphis. I think Memphis, what they're missing is shooting.
Dude, they have enough shooting now.
No,
from
Brooks-
No, but I'm talking about like a
And
sharp
Bane.
shooter.
Your Bane
And
is a
Jared
sharpshooter.
Jackson
Bane
is a
scares the crap
sharpshooter.
out of me.
And Jared Jackson as a big man can hit that three.
Yeah, he can. So
Or
they
like,
have.
I feel like Johnny's a companion in terms of like a shooting guard to like.
He
the
has
low.
Bane.
Yeah.
But Bane can't really create his own shot though. I'm talking about he needs
Oh,
like
okay.
a
A
shot
shot creator.
creator
Okay.
to
Fine,
like
yeah, okay.
assist like a DeMar.
I think
or like
the
you
way
know what I mean?
Brooks plays defense, save the crazy fouls and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They're gonna be
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So with that being said, let's.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled
Montrezl
is
Harrell
Able
could face 5 years in prison
podcast.
for trafficking marijuana. I think these charges are going to get thrown out.
Yeah.
I think this was weed for him. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It was 5
Right.
pounds
Right.
of weed. But when you can afford that kind of money and weed is legal now.
Right, that's what I was gonna say.
I don't think he was trafficking weed to sell weed.
Yeah, yeah,
I doubt that
yeah.
very seriously.
Yeah,
So
I
I
doubt
think when all the smoke
It
clears,
yeah.
you know, because like if you're a weed smoker and you me, I can only afford a little bit.
Right,
When
right.
you're a millionaire, you can afford a big bit.
yeah,
So you get a big
yeah.
bit. And, you know, but we'll see how that works out. I hope
But he got to be. I mean, I wouldn't say he got to be more responsible, but it's
Of course.
it's legal now.
Yeah.
it's legal.
I mean,
but
I still think he
ignorance
does.
of the law is no excuse.
Right,
So
right.
whatever city you in, the laws might be a little bit different.
Different, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's wish him well.
Yeah.
Christian Wood got traded to the Dallas Mavericks.
That was
huge.
big.
Yeah, I don't.
That
I
is going to be he is going to be
he's
on
big.
that wing. He's going to be the extra scorer that Dallas needed.
He's a
He a
3-point
little-
shooter.
He can shoot threes, but he's
His
a
ability
big,
around the basket.
around the basket, the block.
I gotta watch
Yes.
more of him
He's
next
like a
year when
little
he's
bit of
playing for
like-
Dallas.
a little bit of like Robert Williams, like if you want to
Yeah.
compare the two.
So and what they had to give up for him, Beaumont and a few
Yeah, a few
small
other
pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look out for Dallas
So do they?
No,
to be a contender.
Do they get? Do they re-sign Brunson? Because I don't. They
If they re-sign Brunson,
I heard that they might do a sign and trade with
Hardaway.
Wizards because they want Beal.
well, so
They
did
want
Lakers.
Beal with
Dude, you can't have everybody on your team. I want you to know
They
that.
want Beal
Well,
with
I
LeBron.
want you. No.
And like they
Just
could
so
offer, they
you
could
don't. First of
offer
all, your
Brunson.
team's trash. Secondly, you don't have
We
that
were
many pieces.
trash.
No,
Word,
you don't.
Word.
No.
That's past
You
tense.
don't have
It's
any.
a new season.
All right, and what a chance. You don't have
Right.
that many pieces to get Bradley Beal and Kyrie
No, I
Irving.
can't get both. I'll take Bradley Beal over Kyrie.
Would you?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he's not no problems. He can score 50
I
a
thought,
game.
but you wouldn't you be more afraid of the Kyrie? Wouldn't you want Golden State to be more
No.
afraid of the Kyrie and
No.
LeBron duo?
Because Golden State is not at the top of my pecking order. I got to deal with Memphis. I got to deal with Dallas. We're gonna beat y'all. That's a piece of cake. Y'all. This
Don't.
was
Okay, no, don't.
This
don't.
was
Gotta deal with Denver.
Do
yeah,
not.
yeah,
Denver.
Yeah, this was an
Hold up.
honorary ring for y'all.
Do not disrespect the defending champs, okay? Draymond said it. Y'all messed up when y'all let us get a ring. Now I will admit that is a glitch in the matrix,
It's a
but
glitch.
still,
It's a
don't
glitch.
disrespect the defending
It's a
champs.
glitch in the matrix.
All right, but in
A
reality,
healthy Anthony Davis with Bradley Beal.
he only plays
or
44
Kyrie
games.
Irving. Check
he
this
only
out.
plays 44 games.
If he played the last 44, that's all I need.
Yes.
Whatever.
Right? So let's
But
just
okay,
leave it
no.
at
But
that.
speaking on the wood,
That's gonna be big for them.
Yeah, that's big. And I
Yeah.
think they're not done, especially with the draft coming up. They might have another few
so
pieces to trade.
do they keep Brunson or do they trade him?
No, I would trade him.
I would keep him because he's one. No, but you got
Tim Hardaway,
Tim Hardaway
coming off the
coming off,
bench.
yeah, yeah.
right. So
he
Tim
gonna want that
Hardaway
spot
can
back.
fill that
Gotta go. Either
position.
Tim Hardaway gotta go or Brunson gotta go. And I think
So I
Brunson
would
has
use
more
Brunson.
value
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
to get something like
And
a
if they
Kyrie.
already got Christian Wood, if they get another shooter
Right.
or something,
Like
somebody
a
who
Zach
can spread the
LaVine.
floor.
Spencer didn't really. I mean,
like
Spencer.
Zach LaVine or Bradley Beal.
Spencer's
like
coming up the
we're
bench
talking.
with the 6-man.
Yeah, if somebody can spread the floor for them, Dallas is gonna find themselves in the
So
Western
you
Conference
would really
Finals
like? Okay, go ahead.
against the Lakers.
Continue.
Okay,
Sorry.
draft is Thursday. We're gonna watch that.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're gonna watch that. I have no idea
have
who
no
the
idea
top
who
picks
the-
I
are.
know. Rumor we're gonna trade our pick because we want more money and too because we need more money. Yeah. So
Okay,
we're
so-
not gonna use
The
that
Knicks are
22.
gonna mess up again. I don't know
They-
what it is. They're gonna mess
They've
up.
been trying to get this point guard out of Ivy, named Ivy out of Purdue, but he's gonna go top 5, and they only have the 11th pick, so they have to
Yeah.
bundle the pick with a draft.
Yeah.
Maybe Obi Trice or somebody.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, Obi-Wan. You gotta give up something.
Yeah, yeah. you
Or
gotta
Randall.
go
Give
Zion.
up Randall.
Because they don't have a true point guard. You gotta
They don't,
keep
they
Randall
don't.
there.
Why you gotta keep Randall?
Well, you may move Randall later, but
Oh, okay.
you know,
But for right now-
for Zion or something.
Yeah, yeah. He's a big piece.
Obi-Wan can go though. Obi-Wan
Yeah,
can go.
yeah. The Lakers have a new head coach. I like
Yes. I do like it too.
it. Darvin Ham.
Side note, I
guy.
do
He
think.
keeping Westbrook. I think that's
No,
No,
I
they're
think
not keeping
I saw BS through that whole press conference.
Yeah, they're not
he was
keeping
just saying that just to say that they moving Westbrook.
He's out.
He's gone. He's gone.
And he's gonna go. He might go to the Nets.
I'm letting you know right now.
I'm not gonna-
Kyrie Irving for Westbrook is
That
not
was
gonna
fire.
happen.
That could.
It's not
Okay.
Kevin does
Kevin
not want to
don't
play
want that.
with Westbrook. If
don't
he,
want
if
that.
the moment he lands on that, the moment he lands in New York, he's out. He's like, all right, get rid of me now. Like I'm not
Well,
playing.
but he has an expiring contract.
This is what's gonna happen. They're gonna trade
good
Kyrie
contract.
Irving.
Yeah, no, that is. It is a good contract.
Listen to
Good
me.
contract.
Listen to me. I'm the captain now. They're gonna trade Kyrie Irving for AD.
That's not gonna work.
I'm telling
The
you that
Knicks
because
are-
the
can't get
Nets.
smaller.
No, the Nets. First of all, y'all need shooters and they need a big. It's a perfect
We
trade.
can't get smaller.
And
A
LeBron is
healthy
tired.
Anthony Davis It's still
better.
top 10.
LeBron
Still
is
top
tired
10
of his
facts.
BS of not being a work ethic.
He needs to
Big
buffer up a little.
Kevin Durant.
And shoot a basketball.
Shooting. Not Kevin Durant. I'm sorry. Shaq type of big.
We don't need a
They
shot.
don't have the
We
kind
don't
of
need
bigs
that,
out here.
bro.
He just said 2 weeks ago, I haven't touched
We
the
need him to
basketball
shoot
since
threes.
April 5th.
Because he was coming off an
He's
injury.
injured.
Why are you making an excuse? You did not make excuses for him
Sir.
2 weeks ago. You was very
I had to
upset.
think about it. I had to think about
Sir,
it.
listen to me. A healthy KD shooting threes, a little buff.
AD, yeah.
is AD, sorry. A little buff, like put some muscle on you.
He can't do it.
He can't.
He
Yes,
cannot
he can.
go where
You
he's
act
going.
like-
He's
You-
listening
bro,
to you, Eli.
you act-
he listens
Okay,
to you.
well,
You
listen
act
to me.
like
Come
in
to
the
Brooklyn.
bubble, in the bubble.
Help
If
Kevin
AD
Durant
did
and
not
give them
show up,
and because you're not staying in LA. You're gonna go to Brooklyn for Kyrie Irving.
If AD did not show up in the bubble, the Lakers would have never won that
And AD,
championship.
That's true.
You would have never won that
you're
championship.
light in the behind.
Oh my God.
You're a light.
If AD was
behind.
healthy against Phoenix, we would have never lost that series either.
I agree.
Absolutely.
Okay, I agree with that. That one I fully agree with.
So what are you talking about? That was
He's
2
still
years
light.
ago.
He's still light in the behind though.
But his potential is always there.
Yeah.
But it
He
never
needs
lasts.
It
It's
needs
like
a little motivation.
he's like
Last
a-
year, what is he playing for?
He's like a dwarf
Dude,
star.
dude,
He's like a dwarf star.
dude.
You know what a dwarf star is? It's a bright star and then turns into a
when the
black
season
hole.
was going down last year, what is he playing for?
So now he's gonna be super healthy, and we're gonna be ready to go. We're gonna get Kyrie. and
So you're
we're
gonna get
scare
Kyrie
y'all.
with AD.
Kyrie, AD, and LeBron.
Facts.
You guys are over.
But I don't
The
think.
last thing you guys want to see as Golden State is
You know
Kyrie.
both of those guys-
Y'all just have nightmares, wake up sweating. Kyrie, LeBron. Y'all don't want that. Y'all don't want
Okay,
that.
you
And
do
I
know.
don't think
And then an
personally-
AD
Hold
in the
on.
middle.
Okay.
I don't
you-
think Kyrie wants to go to Lakers because I think he wants to win a chip without LeBron.
He
wants
gave
to
it
prove
4
that.
years though, and it didn't
I
work.
know, but he still wants to prove that he could do it without
Okay,
LeBron.
you do know your two guys have only played 34 games.
But it wasn't because of injury for
It was.
Kyrie.
I mean,
No.
well, it was for
Kyrie
AD.
was, that was something. He was healthy.
It was the vaccine.
And now that the vaccine stuff has been
It's-
lifted,
yeah,
he gonna play 80 games.
every game.
Him and LeBron for 80 games with some subs, they would have made the playoffs.
Facts.
All right. Anyway, LeBron becomes a billionaire.
Yes,
Yes.
sir. Active. First active.
First active player to
Active
become a
player.
billionaire.
You know, I think after this, he got to own a team.
Yeah, he was
LeBron
talking about
Well,
Vegas.
he was talking about Vegas, which I would like.
Yeah, Vegas
that
is going to
is
add a
nice.
team, and Seattle will probably add a team back.
I would like that for Kevin Durant, just because he got drafted.
Seattle had a great fan base as a basketball team.
They did,
I don't
yeah.
know
That
why
would be
they
fine.
did that. but-
Yeah,
It's
but
probably because it rains so much.
And Kevin Durant, the Brooklyn talks with Kyrie have shut down.
yeah, we just talked
Yeah,
about that.
So
We talked about
as a
that.
result of that, he is.
Damn, he might leave. I didn't
So
even see
the
him
three
play.
the three options though realistically is the Lakers,
Knicks.
Knicks and the Clippers.
He's not going to the
Yeah,
Clippers
he's not going.
Why not?
because the Clippers stink.
You're listening to the sounds. Of
All I want to say is
Who is able.
the Yankees have what
50 wins. Yeah, we got to
Yes, they're the
My
first.
Lord,
They're the first.
First to 50.
The Mets are right behind
Yeah, the
them.
Mets are right behind him.
we might get a Subway Series, guys.
Yeah,
Yes.
like it's actually entertaining.
That would be entertaining. This
It would
year.
be. It would be. I like it.
I like it. Both teams are playing well. Both teams are scrappy.
And New York either way would be happy. I mean, with the
Yeah,
results.
yeah. I was around for the last Subway Series,
Yeah,
and the Yankees put it on them, but it was close.
yeah.
I like what the Yankees are doing, even though they're playing some subpar teams.
So the Mets
But they're building
are
the
sorry.
chemistry.
The Mets are 45 and 24.
Yeah,
so they're about
they're-
5
they're-
wins.
Okay,
Yeah,
all
5
right,
more wins.
all right. But they got the best record in the West. Yes?
In their division.
The division they do.
No, I think they're in total.
Oh, in the total, no, I think the Dodgers still got it.
I think I believe
Okay, maybe
the
the Dodgers.
Yeah.
The Dodgers.
Maybe the
They
Dodgers.
play. The Mets play Houston tonight, which is another team that's close to 50.
Ooh, that's gonna be good. And-
No. They do have the best record by
Oh, okay.
by 5 more wins
Yeah.
Okay.
and 1 more less loss. I don't know how.
And the trade deadline of baseball is in August.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's in August.
What do the Yankees need? Maybe a pitcher?
Okay, we need starting pitching.
we need a catcher.
We need.
No, we got a solid
we got,
two
we
catchers.
got two
Oh,
catchers,
okay.
bro. We got two catchers that are
Sanchez
good.
stunk.
Yeah.
I think we just need pitching. That's literally all we need.
And we got enough pitchers though.
You never have enough. Bro.
Never have enough
Never have
pitchers.
enough.
Never have enough.
Never have
You know when the playoffs
Never
come
have
around, you
Because
need-
you do not know who's gonna show up in the playoffs.
That's true.
Right.
That's a good point.
It could be a random dude you don't know the name of, but he's playing crazy, and you gotta keep playing.
That's a good point. That's a good
So, like the way the rotation is working now, the setup man for Chapman is the new closer, I think.
Got you. So maybe you move Chapman.
Yeah.
Get another arm in
Yeah, it might be hard because of his contract, but
Right.
you got to move somebody.
Yeah,
I
Chapman's
think-
still throwing 100 miles though.
Yeah, Chapman's it's just his control, and then if it's close, do not bring him out because he's gonna mess it up.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
He don't mess it up.
That
you
he's
know?
gonna do.
The only time I give him a pass was against Houston that year that they got caught cheating.
Yeah.
Also, Chicago, he was killing it for Chicago.
Yeah,
The
yeah. When he
Chicago
won the
Cubs.
chip.
Yeah.
When he won the
Yeah.
chip.
Side note, Rizzo, you've been doing amazing.
Yeah, Rizzo.
As a-
I said that at the beginning of the season. I said
He's
he's
been
gonna be
doing
the dark horse,
amazing.
and I've been right because he's the only left-hand hitter
Right.
that like hits left hand. I think Aaron Hicks is a switch hitter, so he technically does switch
Right.
also too. But I think for the Yankees, you get a utility bat that's lefty. That's actually like really good, and you get more pitching.
Okay, so before we move on, who's one team in the NL that you think that can really challenge the Mets, and who's one team in the AL who can really challenge the Yankees?
Well, the NL, I think the Padres because they
The
still
Braves
haven't.
are starting to play.
The Braves are trying.
Braves, yes.
The Braves are starting to play good.
Play good ball.
The Padres are still really good without Tatis.
Is he coming back? Yeah.
He's coming back in July.
Okay.
Mid-July. Like either after the All-Star game or before it. I don't
Okay.
know. Probably they're gonna just wait after the All-Star break.
I would, yeah.
And then
For the Yankees.
for the Yankees, honestly, I don't even know. I don't know because
They're that
they're that
well
good
ahead,
right
yeah.
now that I just don't even know, and I just don't want to believe it, you know, because I don't want to get myself hype.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
because I've seen
Yeah.
this with the Dodgers so
Yeah,
many
I've seen
times.
this so many times that
Yeah.
I just don't want to like get
Yeah.
into the loop of like, yeah, we're the best team.
I'll get hyped when the playoffs come around.
Yeah. Like when it's the nitty gritty, that's
Yeah.
when I'm like, okay, this is serious.
Yeah.
Right.
So for the AL, I honestly don't know because they've beaten pretty much everybody at this point that they face.
Gotcha.
Right.
And then they have a winning streak at Yankee Stadium. They're at like 14 out of win streak, which hasn't happened since 1973 or something.
Yeah, something crazy.
Okay.
So they haven't lost a home game in the last month or so. They just lost their winning streak
Yeah, the other day, yeah. What's happening?
So like they've been beating everybody. So you know they have been facing so far teams, but you gotta face who you're playing.
yeah, you
Yeah.
face whoever's on the
You
schedule.
gotta face whoever's on the schedule. I think the challenging part is when they go to that NL and they gotta face Dodgers, because that's a different type of piece.
Yeah.
You know.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled podcast.
So let's talk culture. We got a new album out
Yes.
Yes,
by
sir.
Drake.
All right.
Let's clap that up. You got it?
Honestly,
I
never
have
mind.
a theory on this Drake album. I've been waiting to say this.
Okay, let's get it.
This is my theory. Remember, before the pandemic, Drake dropped a video. So my theory is
A teaser,
this
yeah.
album, it was supposed to be certified level. That's my theory. So when he dropped this little trailer video, he had a little boy and he reenacted all the albums, and then he ended it with "So Far Gone," the image cover. So I was like, okay. I was thinking about that the other day, and I was like, huh. And then it got like some of his OVO companions were on Instagram Live, and they were saying how Text Go Green on the album was supposed to be on Certified Love Board, but because a pandemic hit, it ruined everything. So Drake had enough time to scratch it and like save it because he knew people weren't outside yet. And even
Right.
then, like last summer, people weren't really outside.
Right.
So he had to save it a little bit longer. So that's why he didn't announce it. That's why he was surprised because he knew he was going to get the flack. But if you go back and you listen to So Far Gone and the song called A Little Bit, it's exactly the same as these type of songs on these albums. Exactly the same. That's why when I heard it, I'm like, I heard this Drake before.
Yeah.
He just had the courage to do it on an entire album.
Yeah, he's been dropping little breadcrumbs
Right.
of different dance music type of alternative
in his music.
Because this is on the techno. We're gonna go to EDM festival.
And if you know me, I listen to that all the time.
And
So
this is fire. Like I like it. And if
yeah.
you really sit down and listen to what he's saying, it's actually fire. Like he's in his bag.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
In terms of R&B, in terms of like, when he's talking about women and what he does, he's actually talking some like good lines there. There's not any cheesy that I picked up. There's not any cheesy like lines that are like really Drake. Like you should have said something different.
Right.
So I just like it just because at this point I don't judge what Drake drops, and I know Drake taught me well to not expect the same thing twice.
Gotcha.
Got it.
So that's why I kind of like oh okay, like it's not.
Well, I know
his
fans. Some of his fans are upset because every time we ask him for something, he
don't do that.
He gives us the polar opposite. But for me, this was an easy 2 thumbs up, mainly just because I listen to music like that all the time.
Right. That's in your lane.
Yeah, that's in my lane. And it's a vibe. It's definitely a vibe.
Like this is not like I could bump it in the car on a summer day when I'm going to like the beach or something. But like at night, this is not the. Some songs, but like it's not really.
But it's not,
So
you gotta be like in a club.
Basically, it's a vibe.
Yeah,
it's a club jam.
Of like dance, but like it's not even club. It's like we're gonna go to a festival and like pump
Coachella
arms.
type, yeah.
Wow.
Or like Rolling Loud type.
So
song.
this is ahead of his curve.
It's ahead of his time, and people
give it 3 to 5 years. Y'all
we
gonna
talked
start
about
loving
this
it
last
like
time.
views.
Remember how Views had a bad rep, and then people later on they started liking it.
Yeah.
And this is exactly what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
A lot faster because of the type of music that it is.
Gotcha.
So that's my.
But I do
favorite
understand if it's not some people's cup of tea, because you was expecting a rap.
Because even when you
hip-hop
go
album.
and you listen to Find Your Love, you listen to a few
One
songs
Dance.
on One Dance.
Yeah,
Views,
yeah,
like
One
he's
Dance,
done
yes.
this already.
Yeah,
He
and,
just hasn't made a body of work.
Passion Fruit.
Passion Fruit.
Yes.
So
Yes.
So I believe that Drake's next move in terms of albums, not mixtapes, albums, I think he might give us the full R&B album that we've been waiting for.
Okay.
Because he hasn't done that yet. So I don't know. He might not.
Freddie, what are your expectations for this Chris Brown album?
First of all, Chris Brown put to rest all the rumors that he's better than Michael Jackson. And I appreciate that. There was a lot of rumors going around.
Really?
No, he
people
said
were
that
saying he was better than Michael Jackson. He said that's all cap. So I appreciate that because Mike is a once in a lifetime.
Yeah, I heard about that.
But
People
when is the
saying
Chris new album? It's out already?
It's out
coming in Friday.
It's coming out this Friday.
It's called Breezy.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
called Breezy, which is a nickname.
Yeah, Chris Breezy.
I expect it to be the same, Chris Brown, like singing.
I like the fact that it's not 44 songs. It's only, what, you said 14?
Yeah, it's like 14. It's short compared to Chris Brown.
And he never disappoints.
No, he
Yeah,
doesn't,
not really.
I think it's just gonna be like a good rotation with the Drakes and the
Beyonce.
and the
Yeah,
Beyoncés
right.
of the world.
So they may be moving culture forward
Right,
collectively.
yeah.
right.
Without
Without
even noticing it.
Right.
Yeah.
What about Lil Baby? He's got a new album
Lil
dropping on
Baby,
Friday.
his album, no, it's coming out July.
Oh,
Okay.
So this is like midsummer, July, and this is where the fans who wanted the Drake rap album, they gonna get it from him.
Got it.
they
Okay.
get
He's gonna deliver this like rapping, and then because he was the hottest rapper last year.
Yeah, and he just got a recent award for Best Songwriter.
Yeah.
I don't know what the award was named, but he just got named Best
And he's
Songwriter.
going on tour with Chris over
Okay.
the summer. So
I think he should push that album back though, because he's not gonna outsell Beyonce.
no. I don't think
But
he's
if
gonna.
he's in a
But I
different
think
lane-
True.
if he's ready, he's just gonna let it go.
That's true.
As we mentioned, Beyonce has July 29th.
Okay.
So that's the end of July.
I
She's
think
dropping.
okay.
we just heard the single.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty good. Sounds something we gonna hear at Forever 21.
Right.
Yeah.
And on the radio.
And it
Yeah.
goes, it piggybacks off the Drake.
It does.
You know,
does.
like
Is she on Drake's album?
no, she's not.
Oh, I thought she was on Drake's album.
She has been a few times, but
Yeah, I know
not
they
this one.
work
Yeah.
together.
Every time they work together, it's a banger.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're coming out with Joker too. It's a,
Oh yeah,
But
it's
it's a
official.
musical, right?
No, it's not a
Nah,
musical. It's
a sequel.
it's a.
Somebody said it's gonna be a musical.
Nah, they
it's
can't
not-
do that. They can't do a musical.
Nah,
Please.
nah,
Now I know Lady Gaga's gonna be in it. She's what's her name?
She's gonna be a Harley Quinn.
She's gonna be Harley
Oh,
Quinn.
that was
Okay.
fire, not gonna lie.
But they pretty much have. It's gonna be the way that they plotted it was it's gonna be like 2 personalities
Okay.
for the sequel of the. But anyway, look. Long story short, I know a lot of fans didn't want it. I agree because Joker doesn't need multiple versions. I mean, multiple stories told.
Right.
But they made so much money they couldn't blow this.
Yeah.
Talking about Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
They made $1 billion in like a month, so it was just like,
Yeah.
let's just try.
And then you could add to it because there's so much more that we do know. You just got to execute it correctly.
Right.
Yeah.
I do, and as long as they bring Todd Phillips and Joaquin Phoenix back, I'm not really.
Yeah, if they don't bring him back, I'm sorry, I'm not going.
Yeah. So what about the Buzz Lightyear movie?
Buzz Lightyear, there was a same-sex scene in it.
Caused a lot of controversy.
Caused a lot of controversy. It got banned in a lot of other countries.
Yeah, 17 other countries, it got banned.
Yeah.
And they had Pixar made their, I think, the lowest sales in the Toy Story franchise.
Wow.
Wow.
And this is my favorite character.
They ruined this is
ruined
mine
it,
too.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
ruined it.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, I'm still gonna go watch it, but like,
Yeah, and sometimes you ask, is the same sex scene necessary?
And a lot of.
And if it's not necessary, just take it out.
Right.
But don't if it's necessary to tell the story. That's
And
different.
I think not a lot of Americans, but I think majority of the population is kind of getting tired of pushing it overly.
Yeah.
Overly pushing it.
yeah. And I think
movies.
they're cartoons. Okay, like I'm not opposed to same-sex scenes because it happens all the time now.
Right.
It's the generation we're in,
Right.
and I'm pro, like love.
Yeah.
So, but they're cartoons,
Right.
you know, like
Right.
they're, you're portraying this to 3, 4-year-olds who don't know what
Yes.
that is.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're
So
also
it's
ruining
confusing.
you're also ruining our nostalgia of the character.
Yeah, because
Like-
when I was younger, they wasn't doing that. Cartoons weren't even killing
Right.
each other. The most they would do is hit each other.
And now it's starting to worry me because they're coming out with, well, one big one is Avatar: The Last Airbender. They're
Yeah.
making a live action one of that
Oh, are they?
on Netflix. It's not. I'm just declaring this is not an M. Night Shyamalan film. This is a Netflix series that they are
You mean
producing.
Yeah, they might mess us up.
Cameron?
No, M. Night Shyamalan. He made the original one.
Of what?
Our
Avatar: The
Oh,
Last Airbender.
Avatar: The Last Bender.
Yeah.
I thought you meant
No, not the blue people. Not
Okay,
nah,
so
that.
No,
Yeah,
that's coming out too. The Blue
that
One.
is coming out too.
Right.
But I'm just saying, don't ruin that series. Talking about Avatar: The Last Airbender with a scene like that.
And when we say ruin, we don't mean that the totality of the show is bad. We just means that these scenes, it takes away from the story of the show.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You know, because it's just like we have to acknowledge that now.
enough is enough. Yeah.
it's,
But
like,
anyway,
it's too much now.
All right, guys. So where can we be reached?
we can be reached on Instagram, YouTube, SoundCloud at Disabled Podcast. Follow, like, subscribe, hit the bell
Yes.
notification when we
Yes.
upload videos so you can get
Yes.
the uploads. And enjoy your summer.
Enjoy
Go
your
to summer. We
It's
are
been a great
outside.
year.
We are outside.
We
Love you
outside.
guys. See
We
you
love you
next
guys.
year.
We see you next
Peace.
year for season 7.
Ladies and gentlemen, please throw your hands in the air for the greatest podcast on earth when it comes to music, sports, and culture. Disabled is able with your host, Eli and Fredy. So put your hands